Yo, what up, everybody? Ted here, Bodies and Wicks. How y'all doing today? Hope everybody's having a fantabulous Tuesday. Got a little bit to go over. Not a whole lot. I wonder, does it get louder if I put my mouth near the microphone, or if I pull it farther away? Does it get I don't. They're probably trying to experiment with that. I really can't tell with my headphones on because it doesn't really. These headphones actually don't do anything. Oh, hold on. There we go. Okay, now it's on. I was gonna say I kind of just wear these headphones for craps and giggles because I'm supposed to be hearing the desktop audio, but I can't hear it. I can't hear my voice. I really can't tell if it all sounds good. Usually what I'll do is I'll just do like a test run before, and then I'll go back in and just start going over it. Anyway, enough talking about all that stuff. Anyways, welcome to Bodies and Wicks. Ted here. Don't know who I am. Never seen this channel. I am what you would call a smart money strategist. Smart money strategist is somebody who knows that there is larger than life people out there that control the markets. And what we do at this channel is try to find the clues that those people that are larger than life give us, and turn those into positive money making signals, basically. So we know when, you don't have to have an indicator when the whales are in the room or anything like that. You don't have to know a whole lot. You just need to know enough to get you by and to do some things. But today wasn't my day. I got up late. I meant to get up really early. I was thinking about it last night. I was like, man, it's like, if I'm really gonna do this and I'm really gonna start changing my life and getting people to watch the channel and get my game, I got to get up early and start looking at what's going on. So that's why I'm doing this really early today, so I can go to bed early, so I can get up at 3:30, 3 o'clock in the morning to see what's going on in the London session, because usually by the time something happens, it happens right at around 6 a.m. And by the time 6 a.m. hits is when I should be making a call. And it's right around the time I'm hopping into work and, getting getting my computer on, getting things together. And by that time, the call is already, 5-10 minutes over with. And, it's happened to me. I can't tell you how many days straight. And today I probably could have made a call. It wouldn't have made a whole lot of pips, but it would have made some pips. And it was on GBP USD, and SPX. I was just all over the place on that one. My gut told me one thing, my analysis told me another, and I couldn't figure out where I was going. So today I just kind of took a break since I woke up late and I wasn't too focused on anything, and it kind of screwed up my game. So that being said, what I want to do first now is let's just take a look at the dollar, and let's see where we're at. Well, first, if you're into this kind of thing, if you're into understanding smart money, knowing how to play against the big players, know when they're dropping signals, and figuring those signals out, what I want you to do is do me a huge favor: give me a subscribe, give me a like. Even if you never watch my channel ever again, give me a subscribe. That'd be great. It helps my numbers. And also give me a like. That that pushes out more people to show that I'm actually out there doing this for you guys. I know another person that does something like this named Tom Crown. Big shout out to Tom Crown. Very chill, very good dude. You know, we kind of do similar stuff, but his the way his thinking is not my way of thinking. So we're gonna go ahead and shoot over to the dollar currency. Right now I am on the 5 minute, and I want to shoot back to the 1 week. And the reason I want to shoot back to the 1 week, and I should probably get some of these these are indicators I left on still from the other day from my indicator video. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. I hope it helped out. I actually used some of them today in you know in incoherence, in what's the word I'm looking for, in I don't know, basically in tandem with the knowledge that I had. So if we're looking at the dollar at the weekly, we notice that, you know, we're going back all the way back to November. I would say this would probably be, you know, a decent high to start a fib at. It comes all the way up into kind of the what you would call a premium, or, you know, a high-end area, to where people who would be you know, your smart money people who would be holding on to this money right here, right, or that would be selling this money right here, would wait for it to come back up in here, right? That way they can buy it again. I should say, sorry, or the opposite, so that way they can sell it again. That way whenever it drops down again, they can start buying again. So it's looking like it's going toward that direction this week. At least it started to. And that sometimes in you know, we may have already seen, especially the way this week has been going, we may have already seen the bottom of the dollar this week. Generally it doesn't, generally it kind of does the opposite. Generally what it'll usually do is it'll you know, you'll get, well, it may be about right. You'll get a high. Actually, you usually get the high around Tuesday, and then get the low around Thursday. But we've dropped quite a bit already on the dollar. I don't know, we may still have some room to go on the dollar to see where this thing can go, and see if it's going to give us an opportunity, especially in the forex world, to see if GBP USD is going to get us to go higher, or if Euro USD is going to get us to go higher as well. So if we're looking at this, and what I like to do is look at liquidity, and trying to find the nearest spot to where the nearest low is. So right here is where your nearest low is. It's quite of a ways away from that nearest low, so we may have a little bit of a challenge getting there, which is why I think we may have already hit the low of the week. And what I found interesting though last night is, now that I'm on the hour, was these two spikes that happened in the middle of the night. Not in the middle of the night, but, you know, 7 o'clock, and then another one at 9 o'clock. Both of these happened at the same time, you know, and they both have the same high, right? And they both hit a breaker, right? Or sorry, a mitigation block. It may have been a breaker. I'm not 100% sure. I'm still trying to get on my terminology here with the smart money stuff. We had a low, a high, and then a much more lower low. That would definitely be a breaker. Not mitigation, sorry. So it jumps up into here, does its thing. That once it comes back out and it comes back up into the breaker, it pulls out, you know, and then it jumps back up into it twice and then falls back out of range and then falls down. So I have a feeling with this, it's showing that, hey, once we're up in this area, there's big sellers in here is trying to push the the price down. Of course it may go up a little bit, that way they can buy a little bit more, that way they can just push it down even more. So there's quite a bit of areas through here to where price can go to. So that being said, what happened with GBP USD is I actually set I set a buy limit last night, and I shouldn't have set a buy limit. I should have just hit sell and then probably stopped it at the buy limit. That's probably what I should have just done, because I knew it was going to come back down. But my thought was, I thought if I got if I caught the buy limit at the right time, and the dollar is going down, that means the British pound should be going up, and it would probably get up past to where we were. But the British pound acts in funny ways. So here was where I had put my up there. Here's where I had put my entry. It would actually show it. I put my entry at 1.38425. 425. I don't know if it's 42, but 425. And the reason I had to add that entry is if I know I have two fibs here. Cause I was trying to figure out which one it might actually go for, and I was thinking it might go for this one, primarily because you have all this liquidity resting underneath here. So I thought, if anything, it might shoot underneath here, right, and grab some kind of liquidity and then pull back up. But if it wasn't going to do that, and it was going to stay on its course to where we're making higher highs and higher highs, and it wasn't going to do that thing to where it dipped down below, which it still can do, and then continue still making higher highs. That's just how smart money works. It'll get down in here, take out the people that have the stop losses sitting down right here, and then continue going up. So I got a little bit out of this. The hardest part was knowing where to get out, and I don't think I got out at a very good place, if I'm not mistaken. If I look at my MetaTrader 4 right now, on this GUSD trade that I had two buys going on. One at three, sorry. Here, 387. Oh, sorry, that wasn't. That was another one. I actually had another buy limit set way up here, just in case this was right here was the area to be looking for. And at the time when I set it, right here was the high, so I thought it may have come down in here and stopped right here where see this big spike. I thought it may have come down here, hit this big spike, and then went back up the other way. So I had a buy limit there, and then a short stop loss. Of course, I got stopped out. That was at let me, I'm at the right place. Yep. Well, no, that was a little bit. Where was that at? That was at 38743. Was where that came in at. So yeah, right around here was where I had my buy limit set, and then I had my stop loss set right here. Of course, at 4 o'clock in the morning, I'm not awake yet. at this point I should have been awake because I had my alarm set for 3:30. But then again, I still would have got lost out. But I had a second one set here, right? And that second one was set at exactly where it is. And then where I eventually got out at was at 38476. So, and I think that was because it was on its way down. I was hoping that it would catch a little bit bigger of a wave up. But once I realized that it was starting to come down, I was thinking that it was pulling down toward this liquidity here, and that I was not going to be able to get out of it quick enough. So I just grabbed what little bit I could, ran, and only got about 10 pips out of that. So unfortunately, that is what happened with my GBP USD trade. And as you can see, it did do what I thought it was going to do. Drop down below it. Hit. I have this line here going across to see, you know, if there was anything that, you know, may have coincided with it hitting that same exact spot. And the only reason I think it may have hit that spot is because of just this big, huge, you have this big green candle right here. Pull back into this candle basically. So I think that's maybe what done it. You know, a lot of people probably had their stop losses set in this area. It comes back, what's it do? Boom, takes everybody out of their stop losses, and then moves on to up. So I have a feeling we're still going to see some more bullish movement out of GBP USD. We'll just have to see what's going to have to happen with the British pound overnight. It may do another thing. Who knows? At the British pound at 2 o'clock in the morning, it could just start taking off. This is one thing I wish the MetaTrader 4 would do, was just give me a time and then just buy at that time, and then, you know, sell at a time. Because I have a feeling if I did that, I would be way better off than trying to guess out exactly where the price was. That being said, Euro USD, same thing. This was kind of a mess. Really had no idea where to go from here on this one, only because this was all yesterday. Here was today, and like I said, 6 o'clock in the morning, or the time is probably when I should be making calls. And here it is, 6 o'clock in the morning. I probably could have actually made a call at 8, you know, and said buy. But honestly, to be honest, I wasn't paying attention too much to Euro USD more than I was to GBP. So primarily I was paying attention to SPX. SPX was a complete rap show today, right? So before let me see here, I was thinking at some point it was probably going to do something like this and then come back up and do this, and as you can see, that is absolutely not what happened. Instead, what happened, I'm going to get rid of all these Fibonacci's in here in the middle, get rid of this hourly, because the hourly is not probably what we want to be looking at. We want to be looking at more like the 15-minute mark. My heart was telling, or my heart was telling me this thing is going to go up, right? It was telling me this thing is going to go up because there's still liquidity above here, even though it's made it, even though it keeps making highs. The thought is that since it is making highs, and here what I'm gonna do is I'm probably gonna take myself off of the camera here, that way people can look at this and look at it for themselves. The whole thing is that, you know, once, you know, like I said, it keeps taking higher highs, and the thing is that people are the normies, the the people that are the dumb money are thinking, hey, we're at the high, we're at a really high. We can probably catch a break if we, you know, if we can make a sell here, and you know it'll probably fall pretty good because everybody's going to be trying to take profit and whatnot. Well, you flip that to the other side, and smart money is going, hey, dumb money is probably thinking we're trying to take profit right here. Why don't we drive the price up higher so that way we can knock them out of their trade? And that's exactly what happened. So I went back and forth on this on SPX, and I lost quite a bit of money because I was going buy, and then as soon as I was going buy, it would go up a little bit, and then it would sell, and it would sell to a point to where I didn't feel comfortable you know, being that low in the red. So then I'd let go of it, and then so I'd sell, and then whenever I'd sell, it'd do the same thing. So I lost quite a bit of money on SPX today because I just wasn't there in the head, and I wasn't thinking straight, and it wasn't the best opportunity for me. But looking back at it, knowing where I probably should have called the best call, again, probably 6 o'clock in the morning. Right here it is, 6:15. Boom, buy right there. If I'd have held to my gut, if I'd have held to my heart, right at that point at 6 o'clock in the morning, if I had said, hey, buy right now, you know, it would have been a good day, you know. But instead I did not have, I just wasn't with it today. Sucks because, you know, it was a good day for that, and it was also a good day for NASDAQ too. NASDAQ being kind of the same thing, right around that same time, 6 o'clock, boom, fell down, boom, took off. And I was thinking the same thing. Look, it has these highs, has this liquidity. People are thinking if it gets up to here, you know, they're thinking it's gonna sell through it, or not sell through it, but it'll, you know, they're probably expecting it to get back up here and then sell, you know. And so there would be a ton of sell orders sitting right in here. And then what did smart money do is it pushed it right up above that, you know, took out all of those orders and then sold, right? And then now these people are confused because now after it's sold, do they go, well, do we sell or do we buy? Because you have a little 15-minute candle in here that's telling people, that's screwing with people right here. It's going, oh look, it's gonna buy again, it's gonna buy again. And now after it, you know, it buys and goes through, falls back down and hits this candle, probably a ton of people bit on this buy right here, and they bit on this buy, and what did it do? Boom, plumb dropped again. So smart money was definitely in the room today, and they played it very well. And if I would have had my hat on and got up early enough and actually got, you know, everything that I should have had done, you know, earlier in the morning, and you know, saw all these things ahead of time, went with, you know, went with my analysis, went with my gut, today would have been a pretty profitable day. It would have been, but instead it was a little bit of a negative day. Not too negative, thank God, but it was a little bit of a negative day. I'm still in the $100 range. I'm actually still in a gold buy, which is really odd because the thing is that I bought too early. What happened? Let's see here. I can probably show you on the 15-minute, on the 5-minute. I was actually using one of those. I think it was the fractal one. I think it was one of the fractal ones. I think it was this fractal one right here. Yeah, this looks like, no, it may have been this one. This looks like about the right time, around 2:15 or so. I think I bought into this one, and I was thinking about it, and I was like, you know what, if it's gonna come down and it's going to you know, make it if it's actually going to get lower than what it's supposed to get lower than, right? What I was looking at is if we take this fractal stuff off, what I saw here was, I saw that we have, you know, a high, we have a low, and then we have a lower high. So we have a lower high, we have a mitigation block sitting right here. So we have a mitigation block sitting right here, all the way across. So what did I do? I put my stop loss, I'm literally not even kidding, put my stop loss at the very bottom of this candle. And what did it do? It comes down, it touches the stop loss, but because of the spread, you know, would have had to get a little bit lower than that to take me out. It hasn't taken me out yet, so I am still in this trade. But the problem was is that I bought too early. So I bought at 1744.04. So it probably right around here. So I'm buying right at where liquidity is being engineered. So I know eventually it's going to get above that liquidity, and hopefully above this liquidity right here. So I do have a unfortunately a very short take profit, but way to get, let me, I think these are just a little bit off right now. The price of gold here on my MT4 is 1742.71. This one 1742.89. Never mind, they're actually really close. So I do have a take profit that is just a little bit higher than this high right here, which I have set at 1746, which I'm hoping it gets to, just so I can make at least you know, and I have this at a 0.03, so if it hits, you know, $2, that would be, you know, a $6 gain, something like that. Again, I'm still on my $100 challenge, so, and I'm still roughly at $100. Oh, I made a little bit that one day whenever I was, you know, doing those Ethereum scalps. Then after that, the Ethereum, the SPX thing has dropped me back down. So but you know, the GBP thing brought me back up today. I think I had another couple scalps today on SPX that helped me out because I saw some other things. So from now on, if I do see some scalps, and I'll try to include those in the Telegram channel. Telegram channel is in the description below. That being said, let's head on over to Ethereum. Let's see what's going on with this. Ethereum was interesting today. 10 o'clock this morning is when it made its low, and I was honestly thinking that was probably around the price it was going to get to. Number one, if we do a fib, right, from the bottom where it was to the top of where it was, it stops exactly right at the 70.5%. I mean, this is exactly where the bankers want to go to, because this is a good 30%, you know, deal for them. Of course, they want to take it. They do want to take it down lower. You know, I was thinking maybe it could have got down around here. That's why I have these two orange lines. Or It could have got, I don't think it could have got down to 88.6, but it possibly could have. We'll have to see. But because of that, you know, it took off. The thing is that we are having, right now, engineered liquidity again, right? So I am waiting, and of course I should, like, right here was the perfect time to buy, but it getting off of work and then all that good stuff. See, work is like the worst thing. If I could just sit at home and trade all day, I could promise you I would probably be one of the best traders out there, because I would see all of these coming ahead of time. I would just have a trading channel to where people would watch me, and I would just call shots all day, and guarantee you can make a lot. But unfortunately, don't have that luxury. But what did happen is that we did have this big drop down into here, right? It wasn't too big of a drop. If we are going to add in another Fibonacci, right, which I'm going to do right now from this drop right here, right, go up to this current high. It only got down to about 50%, right? So it got down to about halfway. So that's good. That's good because it means it at least got to a discount portion of the trade, right? So it got to a discount portion of the trade. So since it did get down to a discount portion of the trade, I wouldn't be surprised if there was some accumulation happening here, the same that was happening over here, right? So there was accumulation happening here as well, and you can kind of see what I'm talking about whenever this right here, because they're almost at the exact same spot. So I wouldn't be surprised if there's a lot of accumulation here. Again, engineered liquidity, all of this equal highs. I am waiting for a decent, another decent pullback for Ethereum, and I think it's going to be a little bit further than what people are expecting. I think it's probably going to get down to about here. I think expect it to be around 20, 2030, somewhere around there. And then after that is going to be the go-ahead home run. And then we should see that drive the price up above these things. I just don't see. I mean, even though there may have been a little bit of an accumulation here, it may just been a little bit. I don't think it's going to drop back down into this area again and then just take off. I think it's going to fake some people out by getting below here, getting below this low, making people think, oh, since it got below this low, it's going to start selling, and then instead turn around and go the opposite way. So that is my analysis on Ethereum for right now. And if we take a look at it on maybe like an hour chart, kind of see what's been going on here in a bigger view. I said here's this area that I was talking about that it could get to. The only thing is that you have the liquidity areas, and this is also another area that kind of, I wouldn't say scares me, but is also an area to look out for, in case it does. If it gets here and it drops to here and you buy and it doesn't go up, I would say it doesn't go up automatically, but it gets down, even closer to like this 100% mark, jump out, because what it's going to do I see, this is the thing. I don't know if I would jump out or not, because I don't know if, no, I would say jump out, because what it would do is it's probably gonna sweep this liquidity, right? Come back up, and then probably come back down, and then try to sweep this liquidity again, and then come back up, right? I mean, Ethereum is at its all-time highs. Smart money is in the room. It knows what it's doing, and it's trying to catch you off guard. Really trying to catch you off guard. So stay on guard by understanding where they're trying to go next. Right? So if like I said, if it's not this area first, because this would be the first liquidity point, right? That it would want to go to hit, go up. If it doesn't do that and it keeps going lower, jump out. I would say wait for it to see if it's going to sweep this, and then probably sweep this. And then once it sweeps this, it's probably going to honestly hit something like this area right here. Level out a little bit. Coordinates are about the same. So around 1969, 1970, somewhere around there, 1968, I would say that would probably be the area to look for. Just because it seems like that would probably be the area to where the sweeps, the liquidity sweeps that take place, liquidity sweep here. You know, if it gets down to here, it may take off, it may not. If not, liquidity sweep down here. And if it's going to take this one, it's going to take this. I mean, it might as well. It's not too far away. Might as well take both of them. I think what it would do is it'd probably take this one and probably get this one going up a little bit higher to make people think it's going to buy. And then all of a sudden it's going to drop. Take out this other liquidity point, and then hit this, and then boom, and probably take back off of. That's what I'm thinking as far as Ethereum is going. I'm not for sure what your thoughts are. Whatever your thoughts are, please leave comments below. Leave comments in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Next I wanted to check out, of course, is Bitcoin. Bitcoin still, no. Hey, we're still chugging along with Bitcoin. Anybody's complaining about Bitcoin, they're just dumb. Just because this is the way price action is. Price action does this. Bitcoin is not going to go up forever. Everybody expected Bitcoin to follow this. Can't. Get here. You know, let me try Bitcoin on a different probably one I usually use Owanda. I usually never use it. Take off this. So here's what a lot of people were thinking, especially when it comes to Bitcoin. Got people are measuring, right, the tops of these channels, right? And let me extend these. Eight. So got that. Then Let's make a parallel channel. Put it at the bottom here. Look at that. You have 2 double touches. You have people thinking that it's gonna stay in this channel forever, right? Or continue growing in this channel, or once it gets close to the bottom of this channel, it's gonna turn around and flop up and amazing, run at 70 something thousand or something like that. I have some bad news from people. I've got a feeling that once Bitcoin gets close to this trendline channel that everybody is thinking that is going to be their savior and their grace, come around mid-April, it may not be their savior or their grace. It may be, who knows? I mean, it is still around tax time, right? You still have people coming in for or getting their checks mailed to them if it hasn't hit their bank account yet. The good thing about Bitcoin is that it does have the same thing that Ethereum does. Has this double check this and take off extension. Does have this double top, right? Make nice big green one. I know if you can see that, if it's green one or not. Let me make it a big blue one. All right, so you do have this double top, which is good. This means that whenever it gets close to this, people are gonna think it's gonna sell. Probably gonna sell a little bit, and then it could pop up, right, and then take out all those people that were, shorting it, trying to short it around this area. And then, to be honest, this is what I honestly think is probably what is going to happen. Is that this channel will probably still be in play for a while, right? So you'll probably have something, coming over like this, playing over like this, then coming back up to the top of here, and playing back over to here, and then all of a sudden, what you're gonna have is you're gonna have big kind of, I would say a pretty big jump. I'm thinking we just stop it right here before anything else. Let me throw a fib on here, right? Because fibs always give you a good idea, especially extensions, of where price is going to go next. Right, if you don't have your fib extension set at 27%, 127%, 150%, 162%, those are like the areas to where fib or your extensions want to go. And if you don't want to believe me, here let's see if we can't find an example here. Go all the way down to here. Oh, geez, come on. Guy right here, right? And what is the extension for this? To put it over here. Okay. So let's say we got this extension here, right? What does it do? Pulls back right down into the smart money category where it wants to buy, right? Just below the 64%, right around the 70.5%. Didn't get quite close to the 70.9%, but it got close enough, right? It got close enough. What did it do from this point? Almost doubled. Almost got to the 200%. So, but what did it do before that? boom, right here. Got to the 62%, you know, retracement before it almost doubled, right? So, and you can do this with other ones too. That, I mean, this is probably the most recent one I can think of. Here, let's go back in time, and here let's use this guy as an example, right? Guy as an example, and let's use this guy as your high, right? So what does it do? Fall after it gets to the high, falls back right into the smart money zone below the 62%. Not exactly to the 70%, not 70.5, but still. What does it do? I mean, boom, right here. Look at this. 200, I mean, doubled your extension. So 100% extension right off the bat. Right? Fell back a little bit. You know, you can keep it there if you want. What did it do after that? Boom. 300% extension. So it 3x'd from that point. Or sorry, 2x'd from that point. Right? What did it do after that? Went up another, you know, 227%. So these fib extensions are your gateway to tell you exactly where, you know, price is probably going to end up. It just follows these rules. These are not just, you know, there's a plan for everything, and even in crypto there's a plan for crypto. This is not just you know, make a deal and go after it. This is, hey, I'm not gonna explain it, you know, exactly where the money's going. Follow it, and there's no following it, no. So again, and probably more sideways action, I would think, out of Bitcoin. Eventually we're probably going to see, you know, come up, probably stall again, pull back, and then probably a good run up, right? And then after this run up, that's when you're probably going to see something like this, and you're probably going to see it, you know, come out of this channel. And this is when people are going to start freaking out. This is when people are going to really start freaking out. Once it gets back down to, you know, right around 54, 53, somewhere around there. But then after that, you're going to start seeing it start climbing again. But because it got out of the channel, people that are so used to this type of thinking that, hey, it's going to stay in this channel forever, you know, and then once it gets outside of this channel and it does some weird stuff, people don't know what to do. They just, and then all of a sudden they'll start selling hardcore, and then that's when smart money comes in, and then they buy it all up, and then they start sitting upwards. So if it ever goes outside the channel, don't freak out. Please do not freak out. Think about, you know, what smart money is going to be doing next to Bitcoin, or to Ethereum, or to any other type of you know, asset that's out there, that could possibly, you know, throw you off and make you think that you're going to have a bad day when actually you're not. I'm literally drawing this from parallel lines. So these are just basically two parallel lines. And to be honest, even here, since this is okay, so since this was a low, this actually could probably break this channel here right now. I mean, this probably could come back down, and if I really wanted to do a deep dive and a deep study, which I probably can, here. Okay, here. It could be as simple as some, kind of find different areas of where it could possibly go. I'm thinking here. And the reason I'm thinking here is because of you have, you kind of had a regular area. You had this kind of smooth move. You have a huge bit, not a huge one, but you had a red down candle. Then you have a big displacement up, right? Can't get bigger on your screen. So you have here, you have a big displacement up, comes back down, right? After it comes back down, starts going back up again. Right? So you would see something like that, probably come back down to that area, or maybe even you got to look for these red candles, these big push downs before it pushes up, right? Something like this, even this area. So somewhere it could possibly be going sideways, and then since we are on this top of this Fibonacci kind of area around 60,000 near the top, you could see a decent pullback, back, and across this channel line, probably fall somewhere into around this, maybe all the way down to 50. I don't think it would get all the way down to 50, but it could get all the way down to maybe just a little around 1, but more or less I would say somewhere around 53, somewhere around in there, after crossing that channel, making people panic, making people sell, and then it buying out. That's what I'm thinking is what is going to happen. That's personally me. It has been my hour, and I am probably going to be getting cut off anytime soon. It cut me off last time at an hour, and I don't want that to happen again, especially since last night's was actually a pretty decent thing on how to use the indicators and whatnot. So that's where I'm at with some of these. Hopefully tomorrow I want to wake up early. I want to get a good idea before I go to bed tonight. I want to try to look at it and get a good idea of what we're going to be looking at, what we could possibly be looking at. Maybe I can set maybe buy limit, or maybe sell before I go to bed and hit a stop loss or a big profit. Could have done last night, but either or, we should be doing something good tomorrow, and I want hopefully you guys there to be with me. I do apologize for today. I just wasn't there. I wasn't there, and it wasn't my time. So hopefully hang in there with me tomorrow, and I got some things to do after work. Hopefully I can make it back in time for a video for you guys. Thursday I have my tax appointment, and hopefully I can get back and do another video for you guys. But if not, Friday we'll probably do a weekly review, see what happens. Check out my Telegram channel. Maybe we can see what's going on. And we'll find out what's going on from there. So thanks everybody for watching. Always enjoy yourselves, and to remember to always